Hey, what up guys, it's Siris Beast and I'm back here bringing in a video today. In this video, I am going to be talking about the story, and I'm going to be discussing more specifically Ausar and Siris, and I'm using my trusty Spectrum Blades again, with my Infinity Blade 1 God King setup with these Spectrum Blades, and it looks awesome and we're wreaking havoc. But anyway, I wanted to talk about the story, and like I said, Ausar and Siris. Yeah, so who is Ausar? Who is Siris? Well, most people, if you don't really know who Ausar is, but most people do know who Siris is. So we're going to start with Siris, because he is the main character from Infinity Blade 1, and he's the main character, obviously, and he's in Infinity Blade 1, Infinity Blade Awakening, and again Infinity Blade 2. But he, just basically, he's just the main character. There's not much to say about it. He's pretty dumb, honestly, but that's another video. I think Siris is pretty dumb. But Ausar, he's more interesting. Ausar is presumably the old Siris. Like, that sounds kind of confusing, but let me explain. Ausar is Siris, but Ausar is Siris before his memory was wiped. See, what we think happened is Ausar had a wife, and you can see that he had a wife, because this Faltertier Serenthia place is presumably this whole castle is his home, or was his home, and if you go down into the tombs, you can see a memory that was locked away of Ausar's, the statue of him and his wife, or what's supposed to be his wife, and he has a knife in his hands. You can hear screaming, and supposedly that's a memory from killing his own wife, and obviously when Ausar murdered his own wife, he was consumed by guilt, and had his Tell robot guy, if you know who Tell is, he's explained in the book. He's also in Infinity Blade 2, though not as prominent, and but anyway, so Ausar is Siris, but Ausar wiped his memory to become Siris to have a fresh start, and so that's, yeah, Ausar is more interesting, and the vial items are supposedly Ausar's old items, select, or equipment of choice, and so that's what he would wear in battle, but Ausar is slowly trying to take over Siris again, because if you've read the book and you know the dark thoughts that are speaking to Siris all the time, telling him to do some messed up stuff that have a complete disregard for anybody but himself, and those are the dark thoughts, and those are presumably Ausar, who is inside Siris, so to speak. Not really, but he's inside Siris, so to speak, and he's trying to break out, and he's using the dark thoughts to do so, because that is Ausar speaking to Siris. So obviously his way of wiping memory wasn't completely foolproof. Obviously Ausar is still there, trying to break out. Siris is trying to quell that. I think that Ausar taking over could be a cool storyline in future games or books. Not Infinity Blade 3, but I think that that Ausar, the dark thoughts consuming Siris and him turning into what he used to be, could be really interesting. I don't think that'll happen in Infinity Blade 3, but Infinity Blade Dungeons could have given us some more insight on that. But unfortunately, Impossible Studios was closed, as you know, and it's on indefinite hold right now. If it's going to get finished, it's going to get finished by someone else. I don't think it'll be Chair, but anyway, we could have learned more about Ausar and Siris from Infinity Blade Dungeons, but unfortunately that did not happen, and so yeah, that's a bummer. But maybe another book down the line, or Infinity Blade 4, which I do think Infinity Blade is going to last for a while. I just hope it doesn't turn into Final Fantasy and have like 17 games with like game 12A or something like that. Yeah, I do hope it goes on for quite a while, which would be quite good for my channel, as you if you look at the title of my channel, that'll be quite good for it. Yeah, that new story podcast is coming up, should give us some insight on the matter. I will definitely be doing a video about that, But yeah, so that's it for this video, guys. I'm Silver's Beast. I hope you enjoyed this story video. Got some cool videos coming up for you guys, and yeah, I'm out. I'm Silver's Beast, and I'm out. I screwed up that outro.